going? My name is Lauren May and welcome to this video. Today is the last installment of my Europe trip, my time in Sweden. I'm so excited. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and let's get straight into it. From the cruise, we finished in Rome and went to the airport, and then I flew to Stockholm. That's where I went. So me and my friend separated for the week, so she went to visit her friend in Germany and I went to visit family in Sweden. So I went to Stockholm and then I had a layover there, and then I went to Umeå, which is where my uncle lives. It's very far north. And then when I got there, we kind of just like settled in and we had dinner, blah blah blah. And then the next day we traveled 4 hours north to a place just out of Aspen. My uncle's wife's family have a summer home up there, and so yeah, we spent a couple of days up there. And this is some footage of the place where the summer home is. It's right next to the river. It's so pretty. There's a little waterfall there. The water is rushing so fast. That's one thing that I couldn't get over, is how fast the water was moving. We have nothing like that here in Australia. Our rivers are barely got water in them, let alone flowing very fast. So it was really cool to see, and so different from what we have. So the first full day that we were up at this summer home, we went to a place called, I apologize if I butcher, I think it's Storforsen. It's basically this giant waterfall. It was huge. We went up to the top part. There's a little park area there. We walked through the woods. There was a outside museum thing looking at all different cabins or miney things, or there was so many things, things that they used on the river, old. It was really cool to explore then. And then we went towards the river and saw how fast the water was going, and when I thought the water was fast at the little waterfall that we were staying near, this is a billion times faster and bigger and louder and way much more water. It's insane, but it was awesome. We got to stand pretty close to the waterfall, which was terrifying and awesome all at the same time. And then further I guess inland of the river, there's other waterways that are flowing lots of water as well, but obviously not as lots. So there was lots of other waterfalls that we could check out that weren't as terrifying. So I have a lot of footage of that. part of that area was this like really cool outside like amphitheater. So there was this stage like right down the bottom of the hill, and then all up along the rocks, and part of like where the water flows is just like where people would sit for like concerts and stuff. Now they don't hold it very often, and I assume it would only be in the summer because up that far north it's like a billion feet in snow, so it would only be in summer, and it's only very rarely. But apparently that's where they have like really cool concerts and stuff, and I thought that would be really cool. So the next day, or was it the day before? I can't remember, but we spent a whole day celebrating my uncle's birthday, which is the whole reason I actually went to Europe. My uncle was having a major birthday, and my family decided to go celebrate with him. We had never been overseas, or especially to Europe before, so it was kind of an opportunity for us to kind of celebrate with him, and it was really awesome. I don't have any footage of that, and I wanted to respect my family's privacy and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, I just wanted to let you know we did that for a whole day. So my brother left the next day, or that night, I can't remember the order, a bit long ago, but he went on the train and started his European journey, which was really cool. But the next day we went on an adventure to, I think it's a place called Luleå, or just outside of there. There's this community that's called like the church village, and basically back in, I guess, ancient times, or like old times, when, you know, people were out, you know, fishing or like on farms and stuff, and going to church was regulation, but it was such a journey to come into the village. They had these tiny little houses that they would stay in over like the weekend, where they could go to church, have town meetings, and like do that kind of thing, and then like go back to their homes for the week. So we went through there. It's a huge village, like insanely cool, and it's full of these tiny little houses. So here's some footage of that. The next day was our adventure back down towards Umeå, which is where my uncle lives. It's like about a 4-hour drive, but we kind of detoured a couple of places, and one of them was this national park, and it had these like rapids that we could walk over on this suspension bridge. Like, it was really cool to explore some more. The suspension bridges are tiny and they wobble, and you're over this like gushing water, and it was kind of a little bit terrifying, but it was also really, really fun, and I really enjoyed it. One of my favorite days in Sweden was the last full day that I had with my family before I left to come home, and it was the day that we went to a moose farm. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. That was the one thing that I definitely wanted to see while I was in Sweden, was a moose, or an elk as they call them over there, and I was so excited. We went to this moose farm. I got to pat a giant like a big male bull. He was really cool. He let me pat him, take some photos with him, and there was also a baby moose we could pat and like sit with, and like it was really cool. And then we kind of had this like explanation of like a bunch of things and how they live, and like how people hunt them, and like the issues that arise, and like all of that kind of stuff. But once we finished with that like demonstration thing, we went back outside and there was like more moose just chilling there. So they must have like come down from the hill and was like, yo, hanging out. So we got to see a little bit more, which was really exciting as well. Kind of sounds terrible, but then for lunch, we at the cafe that's there, they have this like moose stew, and we tried it and it was really good. And although we had just been patting them out the back, I guess I did feel a little bit bad, but moose is moose and it tasted really good, kind of just like any other red meat. So yeah, that was like our day. Then we kind of went back to home, like my uncle's home. We explored Umeå a little bit, went for a walk. Like it was really cool, just chilling, hanging out with family, not having set agendas except for a couple things we would do each day. It was a really nice time to like be with family as well, family that I hadn't spent a lot of time with over my life because we only see them every now and then. So yeah, it was a really awesome time just to be in Sweden with my family and just chill. And yeah, so that was my time in Sweden. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you're not already. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and don't forget to hug someone today. Bye!